beautiful day at the track.
And say the jackpot will top 3 million.
After I do 3 years, you suspect me? You got qualms? 3 years!
News from Rome? My daughter Julia has died in childbirth.
I grieve with you.
Pompey will be needing a new wife.
Good Julius intends to marry you to Pompey Magnus.
Legionary Titus Pullo, you to be released to the command of 2nd Spear Centurion Lucius Vorenus to retrieve Caesar's eagle.
Magnus, tell me something. Does my daughter please you?
Very pleasing, no doubt. We would have to wait for an actual ceremony.
Of course, of course. But you may take your betrothal privileges at any time you wish. Now, if you like.
You'll never see your husband now. Him and all the rest of them are doomed.
You don't know that.
Everybody knows that. You cannot stay.
I can do as I wish. If Caesar were here now, I would stab him in the neck.
I'll give you a moment. There are gods you'd like to speak to.
I've done my duty and I have sinned enough. I resign.
You can't just leave the 13th.
But he has ruined us all.
You have lost Rome.
It's not certain that I'd say your secret's safe.
Tell me you love him. Go away and I will never come back. Without the gold he has nothing.
You've entered the city under arms.
The gods know my intentions are peaceful.
We have hard fighting ahead. We're fighting against Rome. Blood is blood.
Whatever misfortune befalls you, we're still friends, no?
By sunrise, everyone in Rome will know what you did and where you are, here, in my house.
The tide turns already.
You vowed you would hold your peace. I not held my peace.
You know the sound of thunder, don't you, Mrs. Garrett? Can you imagine that sound if I ask you to? Your husband and me had this talk. And I told him to head home to avoid a dark result. But
I didn't say it in thunder. Ma'am, listen to the thunder.
Son, where's your mom?
It's her.
Okay, children, let's shake some dust.
You can't just leave it.
Let's get him the hell out of here.
In desperate times, the good Lord looks over the flock and chooses one man to inspire the multitudes, one man to accomplish the impossible. And who are we to judge the wisdom of the Almighty?
Come on. I'll read your cards. The magician reversed. You have a great talent, ability. It's been wasted, unfulfilled. A gift you've hidden from others. Ben, what are you hiding?
We have a new church for the migrants. The flock I've been chosen to lead. Chosen by the Lord God. He spoke to me, Iris, and I shall carry out his will.
Praise the Lord.
Drought and pestilence fester in the very heart of this great land. What are they, if not harbingers of the apocalypse?
How long you been like that?
Forever.
Pray with me, sister. Pray.
You got the gift. You're marked by the beast. Don't touch me.
The Lord was clear. He spoke to me, Iris. He chose this place.
No!
There's rules, boy. You give life. You gotta take it from something else.
Last night, Lila asked me to read his dreams. It almost destroyed me.
Think you can hide what you are?
He's the one. She was lame, he touched her and made her to walk. It's walking now because you touched her with your...
I don't want to have to hurt nobody.
There's been a fire at the ministry.
My God, where are the children?
Tell me what you want me to do! Tell me!
You must listen to what your dreams tell you, no matter how terrible.
And Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness.
Tonight, I'd like to tell you a story of a man named Brother Justin.
Someone burned down his church and murdered his children.
Where are you, Brother Justin? Where are you?
You have a destiny, and now is your time to fulfill it.
One of ours is dead. One of theirs is gonna answer for it.
The Bible speaks of demons.
Does the Lord not seek retribution?
Enough!
How many more must die?
We will strike down all those who stand against us into the depths of hell.
Un estreno exclusivo de Universal Channel.
Have fun. I will. I'll be
okay. Finding Sean and figuring out what happened to our son, that is my job.
La premier más grande en la historia de la televisión mundial.
Our missiles are in the air. 6, 5, 4, 3,
2, 1. I have over 4,000 people that stepped out of a ball of light and landed in my lap. None of them have any memory of what happened to them.
Some people are saying that we were abducted by aliens.
Ellos tienen una historia para contarte. Los 4400. la miniserie que llega del más allá. Estreno exclusivo 19 de noviembre, solo en el nuevo Universal Channel.
I think I found the pattern. 4-leaf clover.
I've seen this before.
Our 3 branches of government are here. Legislative, executive, judicial. What or who does that 4th leaf represent?
What's the big picture here? You'll know soon enough.
I didn't know where else to go.
Knight to King's Bishop 3. Knight to King's Bishop 3.
People I answer to are eager for resolution.
I've never seen anything like it.
Maybe there is no why.
There's always a why. You just don't understand it.
Someone either didn't expect the pattern to be caught or wasn't afraid if it was.
Whose work is this, David?
It's mine.
You do know they hide and play mute, Doctor.
Keeping secrets. That's the hardest thing in this job.
Who's they?
Dad. Dang is them.
You can't quit. You do not have that option.
Sure I do.
No, you don't.
Replacement's been identified.
It's our business to tell people what to think, and I have no idea what to think anymore.
I still don't believe you.
Believe me.
He's ready.
He's dead, isn't he?
Hasta la fecha son ya 9 las víctimas causadas por el llamado violador de Castle Rock, que viene actuando desde hace casi 3 años y medio. La víctima más reciente de esta ola de asesinatos ha sido Debbie Linderman. Se trata de una joven de 15 años de edad, alumna de la escuela de Castle Rock. Su cuerpo parcialmente mutilado fue encontrado hace un mes en el embarcadero de Rock Line. Como en los demás asesinatos de Castle Rock, la causa de la muerte determinada por el juzgado forense fueron las múltiples heridas sufridas por arma blanca. En Noticias a las 8 podrán ver ustedes deportes. Y dentro de unos instantes el tiempo.
El mejor profesional del departamento forense de Boston tiene nombre de mujer. Jordan.
Llámame doctora Cábano. Soy médico forense. Así es como me gano la vida. Pruebas, datos, hechos. La ciencia es mi amiga. La ciencia no me falla.
Debes tener fe, Jordan.
Perdí la fe el día que vi a mamá muerta en el suelo del comedor.
Llega a Cosmopolitan la serie líder de audiencia en Estados Unidos. Cruising Jordan.
Si quieres jugar a polis y ladrones, hazlo en tu tiempo libre.
Le hemos cogido, ¿no es eso lo que importa?
Lo que importa, doctora Cábano, es que respetes el protocolo.
Un éxito arrollador de crítica y público. Cruising Jordan, los lunes a las 10 de la noche.
¿Es suficiente?
Starboard.
Something's coming up.
Surface is science fiction, but it is drenched in realism.
This was recovered near the sighting. It is as if it just fell from the sky.
You could tell right off the bat that it's not your normal show, and it's big and it's fun and it's suspenseful. Weirdness.
I'm going to be just as surprised as you are. It's a completely new beast.
What is that?
Bite mark.
Now we're rolling settle and action camera.
The concept for the show originally was a summer blockbuster movie idea that I'd had in the drawer for a couple years. Then, with the success of some serialized shows, coupled with the advancements in special effects, I thought that there would be a possibility to tell a story like this.
We were a Spielberg baby, a Lucas baby. It was all E.T. and Close Encounters and Raiders of the Lost Ark, all those great movies, Star Wars, and we just loved them growing up. So we've just always loved this sort of broad, populist, comic booky, we're going to the movies on Friday night type stories.
And action!
The Pates are these unbelievable, identical twin, brilliant brothers who, you know, work tremendously well together, and they sort of create this environment on set, unlike any other job I've been on, where, you know, they create an atmosphere that is very realistic.
It's not just different, but it's pretty much original, and it's got elements of, you know, for lack of a better term, Spielbergian films, and you know, I think that what makes this show so unique is its ability to combine the elements of the sci-fi genre with the more realistic character relationships that they're doing very well fleshing out.
Well, they're out there.
He's out there.
I am already terrified of the ocean, so I am now even more so terrified. I'm like, if I'm jumping in there, I dream about things biting my feet off. I mean, I see a piece of seaweed and I just nearly faint. So this is the funny thing about being an actor. And the great thing is you have to face your fears. That's what I love about it. You gotta just, you know, I gotta jump in the ocean. All right, so jump in the ocean. It's a big deal, you know?
It's right on your way.
I love science fiction, and I love this kind of sci-fi, which is realistic sci-fi. It's so realistic that you can actually have the adventure of imagining what it would be like to have a new species appear, like in Surface.
Sure, your parents won't notice. Total creature, dude.
Where are all the fish? What's going on in there?
Surface probably wouldn't have been possible to achieve 5 years ago even. The computer programs have gotten better. We have a lot more experience moving the camera and doing shots, and more than anything, this show depends so much on interactions with water that up until recently really weren't possible. And a lot of things on this show we actually started in the summer to try to figure out how to do some of it, because a lot of it were things that we hadn't done before and not a lot of other people had ever tried before.
What?
What Mitch is trying to do here is create characters, and I think we're succeeding admirably. And just like the story is about the human actors, it's our job to bring life and character to the CG characters, or actors as it were.
What's it doing? I think it's purring.
It's all about character and people connecting with those characters. That's not to say that they're all lovable, but they have to connect somehow or another. And, well, let's just say they're not all as friendly as Nim.
In fact, I think we might be able to catch just over.
Oh my God!
You know, it's fun and it's interesting. It's kind of hard, you know, reacting and acting with, you know, nothing really.
Anything that we built for this show, of course, the first step is research to find out what does the real aircraft look like, or in the case of the creature, an art department would either bring us with sketches or with models or something like that. So it's not like cell animation. It's not like where I draw a character frame by frame. It's more like building a model. So for Surface, one of the first things I worked on was taking the big beast, which we started with a sculpture that had been run through the art department and the Pates and everybody had seen and liked, and so my job was to build that up in CG, create the body, the skeleton, and then rig it for animation so that all the fingers, all the teeth, everything work. Of course, some effects will stand out, things that are impossible to see in real life, but there are many effects that are going to be invisible to viewers also. And in many cases, it's things like set extensions or, you know, mixing in helicopters that are fake with helicopters that are real and things like that. So part of our job is not being seen, but of course we want everyone to see the really cool stuff.
There are a number of sequences in every one of the episodes we're working on that we kind of like or that are our favorites. Probably on the pilot, just because it was such a big sequence and the visual effects worked so well, or when Daughtery goes down in the Mystic. The mixture of that spectacular footage that we were able to get in San Diego with the real Mystic, to cutting underwater, and with every shot underwater obviously is a digital shot, to Lake inside the set that was built by the art department, and the choreography between the two, the set that actually turned, us turning the digital model of the Mystic. The sound effects are another thing that really make that scene really come together. I love that because all the elements work together so seamlessly, and they all add to each other.
The final product is always, with this show, better than I imagined. I mean, I don't know anything about, special effects. It's wonderful because it's just this present at the end, where it's just so exciting because you have goosebumps.
Kidding it?
Yeah.
And action! There's a mystery element, there's a suspense element, there's an action element, there's a little bit of fear in it, there's wonder. When we try to paint with all of the colors in the toolbox.
It's somebody showing you something that could be real, but you've never seen before.
I don't know if we've seen this kind of show before with the amount of action, adventure, and special effects all in the same package.
What do you think it is?
It's Moby Dick.
En el futuro, mi hijo dirigirá a la humanidad en su guerra contra Skynet, un programa informático desarrollado para destruir el mundo. Varias máquinas han sido enviadas a través del tiempo, unas para asesinarlo, otras para protegerlo. Luchamos para impedir que Skynet sea alguna vez creado, para alterar nuestro futuro, para alterar su destino. La guerra por salvar a la humanidad comienza ahora.
Terminator, las crónicas de Sarah Connor.
En el episodio anterior...
No te había visto nunca por aquí. ¿Acabas de mudarte?
Sí, así es.
Mala suerte.
Tenemos que irnos, John. Nadie nos conoce, estamos a salvo. No pienses eso, John. Nunca nadie está a salvo.
¿FBI? Su prometida asesinó a un hombre porque pensaba que en el futuro inventaría un programa informático que declararía la guerra al mundo.
Cameron Phillips.
Aquí.
¿Ha venido John Reese? Estupendo. Localizado.
Ven conmigo si quieres vivir.
No soy quien creen que soy. Cambiaste el futuro, pero no lo cambiaste bastante. Puedes hacerlo otra vez.
¿Quieres acabar con Skynet? Esta es la forma.
Mamá, tenemos que irnos ya. ¡Hazlo! ¿Dónde estamos?
En el mismo sitio, diferente fecha.
How is she going to be a writer if she doesn't take notice of her surroundings?
I don't need your money.